Too many people believe they're making progress because they're reading, because they're highlighting textbooks, because they're scrolling forums and filling notebooks, but deep down they know nothing has really changed, nothing has been proven. And that's the trap I want to talk about today because I fell into it too. I spent months convincing myself that I was moving forward when all I was really doing was consuming information without applying it. Reading alone isn't progress. Labs are if that already hits home. Let me pause here and say this. If you want to go deeper and learn how to actually apply this, I've put a free resource in the description along with my X account so you can connect with me daily and keep the momentum going. Now let me take you back to where I started. I had big goals. I wanted to break into security. I wanted to know that every day I was moving closer to a career that mattered. I wanted to understand systems in practice, not just in theory. I wanted to be someone who took action, who proved things. Not just someone who collected notes, and in my mind, that meant reading everything I could get my hands on. So I highlighted, I built elaborate schedules. I told myself the next PDF, the next walkthrough, the next tutorial would unlock everything, but nothing changed. The cycle was always the same. I'd feel motivated to apply something, briefly slip back into old habits, and then promise myself tomorrow would be different. Tomorrow never was, and the worst part was the self-respect I lost. I lied to myself so many times that my words didn't mean anything anymore. How could I expect employers to respect me if I couldn't even trust myself? I knew I had potential. I knew I could do more, but my actions didn't match that reality. I was consuming, not producing, and because of that, I escaped into distractions. YouTube, Netflix, social media things that numbed the frustration while keeping me in the same place. I even doubled down on tricks. I tried productivity hacks. I tried study techniques. Some worked for a moment, but none solved the real problem because the real problem wasn't knowledge, it was application. I could talk about IAM, I could explain protocols, I could walk you through authentication flows, but I had nothing to show, no evidence, no labs, no proof. And that's what kept me stuck for years. I didn't understand why my brain always chose the safe path, the easy path, the path of more reading instead of the harder path of doing, until I realized I had trained myself to crave consumption instead of execution. The brain loves comfort, and unless you reset it, you'll always default to the safe option. So what finally worked was making labs. The reward, I cut down on passive reading and replaced it with building. I started small. I opened a lab, typed the commands, wrote down what happened, documented the results, and suddenly it clicked. Progress wasn't more notes. Progress was proof. Every screenshot, every config, every small project felt like real momentum. The more I did, the more my brain craved it, and the more I craved it, the more consistent I became. It was like flipping a switch. Once you stop feeding yourself endless passive content, you get hungry for something real. And when you finally build even the smallest lab, it feels better than any highlight in the textbook. And here's the shift you need to make. Stop convincing yourself that you're moving forward. Just because you're reading progress is not what you know. Progress is what you can prove. Progress is evidence you can hold in your hands and show to someone else. So if you've been stuck like I was, stop waiting for the perfect schedule, stop planning for the perfect day, stop promising yourself tomorrow will be different. Open the lab today, build something small, and document it. The act of doing is the act of moving forward. And if you want help turning this into a habit, into a system you can rely on, check the description. I've put a free resource there to guide you step by step. And I've also added my X account so you can connect with me daily for encouragement and momentum. Remember this, reading alone isn't progress, labs are.